You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and we are again presented by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust from their Newport Road location here in New London. They are committed to providing you the best service possible and believe that banking should be and can be simple. Today, we hear more from Jason Edgar about their financial and wealth management services. We'll meet the new owner of the hotel next to the Salt Hill Pub on Newbury's traffic circle. And we'll hear about this year's edition of Christmas at the Fells. We'll close with Hanna Flanders of Sweet Beet Market and Cafe telling us about a panel discussion on the New Hampshire Food System that will be carried right here live on YCN. Remember, buying local is an important way to sustain the programs and the communities we all know and love.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning, and backup generators. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newbury Harbor, for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, again coming from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust right here on Newport Road in New London. And I'm joined again by Jason Edgar, who's the president of wealth management here at Bar Harbor. Hi, Jason.
Hey, Abby.
So we got into it a little bit last week about, the different types of scenarios, people planning for college or retirement or, different stages of life. But what is the structure? Talk about the structure of wealth management, because that's important too. I mean, it's not just coming in and saying, oh, here's $5, give me 5 ones back. This is the nitty gritty of this is how much we make, this is how much we save, this is where maybe we need something, some help here. And so you need that personal connection with people you trust, and you've worked hard to create a team.
Yeah, I think so. To hit on a couple points that we've talked about previously, I think culture is really important.
Yeah.
I think I've found that the team that I've helped build, along with people that have been here, I trust tremendously. A lot of people I've worked with in the past. When you come to work as a team, when you work for a client, we have a team approach where we have a portfolio manager, a wealth advisor, and an administrative officer. So every client has 3 points of contact.
Okay.
So you have people that you can get in touch with. They're all seasoned, credentialed individuals. A lot of our investment professionals have CFA designations, which is the highest standard in the industry. Our average tenure of experience in the industry is beyond 20 years.
Wow.
So we want experienced, credentialed individuals because we want people who have seen different markets, who have seen different scenarios through the years, and have that experience and knowledge to be able to advise and service clients.
And what's the benefit of doing this, coming to Bar Harbor, where it's local and smaller than going to some big chain nationally? What's the benefit to that?
Yeah, I think we want to be flexible. Mm-hmm. We want to take care of the clients that are in our market. So we want to be able to provide the sophistication and the resources that maybe a larger institution, a national institution, might have.
Sure.
And people who have worked at those institutions.
Yep.
And be able to deliver it locally.
Well, and it's the personal connection too, right? If you go to some of these bigger institutions, you're a number or an account number. Yeah. And if you come to something smaller like Bar Harbor, you can be a person, a name. And it's the same as if you come in and deposit a check with the teller, they probably know your name. Or when you're talking to them one-on-one because of that constant communication with them as you help them with some wealth management.
Yeah, we had a scenario recently where we had a client who came to us, so it's a bank client who came to us, and that's a benefit too. So we have a strong bank behind us.
Right.
We have a lot of clients are clients of wealth management as well as the bank, and so we had a bank client that came into some significant money that came to us and said, hey, I've talked to Fidelity. And I'd like to talk to you about your services. And at the end of the day, they came back and said, I'd rather work with a local organization. And we were able to provide the level of knowledge and sophistication that they could see that we had the depth and the ability to do that. And so when they have the choice to choose a larger institution that maybe isn't, in their backyard, sure. Or work with us, they're choosing us. So I think that's who we are.
Yeah, and still the community aspect that we talked about at the beginning. I mean, you're advertising in many of the communities. You're giving back. I see your logo on backs of jerseys and sports leagues and all that. And so making sure people. I mean, we all know where you're located. We all pass here, all day long. But also, what are the services that you can give? And this has been a great outline of all those things.
Thank you.
I've also learned a lot too, which I appreciate.
Thank you. That's good. I'm glad.
Maybe I should be giving wealth management a call.
We're here.
Well, Jason, thanks so much for joining me these past 3 weeks, and just a truly wealth of knowledge, pun intended. But thank you so much, and for hosting us as well.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
When we come back, we'll visit the newly redesigned and renovated hotel just off Newbury's traffic circle. Now, please keep watching Your Yankee Chronicle as we hear from another one of the fine businesses that are involved in making this show happen.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Your Yankee Chronicle, coming to you from Bar Harbor Bank and Trust in New London. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The hotel off the traffic circle in Newbury has had several owners in the last 10 years. The newest one is taking a whole new approach to accommodating you and your guests. Show us around, Saxton.
Thanks, Abby. My name is Saxton Sherrod. I'm the CEO and founder of Hideaway Inns, and we're super excited to be launching our first Hideaway Inn, our flagship here in Newbury, New Hampshire, right at the base of Mount Sunapee. You know, this hotel has a history here in the market of having been a Best Western, the Lake Sunapee Lake Lodge, most recently Bluebird Sunapee, and we're here bringing our new brand, Hideaway Inns, to create something different, to create something special, to create something that really tributes the market in the area and the people who have made the market in the area so special. So Hideaway is built on a couple pillars, one of which is every room is designed one of one. That's right, not every hotel is one of one, every single room is one of one. So we were lucky enough to get a partnership with Crosley Record Players, leader in record playing, and they now make the Hideaway Inn. So every room has a record to go with that record player. We also have in our living room, we have a library of over 2,000 vinyls. All of our rooms are decorated 100% one of one unique, different combination of colors, record players. All of our rugs are hand woven, wool rugs, so these are not copies. These are actually hand woven, imported rugs. All of the art is unique, 412 pieces of art across the property. The kids wake up at 5 in the morning, where do you put them? I don't want them waking up the person next to me. I don't want them too early to get started. We went to Brimfield's Antique Show. We went to estate sales. We went to Facebook Marketplace. We even met many of you here in town at some of our local antique shops, finding unique, interesting pieces that tell the story of Sunapee region on the whole, and try to go ahead and tell the market that. So we're actually proud to be a BYOB hotel, something you generally don't see. I spent most of my career fighting coolers going to hotels. The reason is, you know, skiing is expensive, activities are expensive, traveling with the family is expensive. You don't want to go spend $400 on ski school to come back and have to spend $20 for a beer or $25 for a cocktail. We encourage our guests to go explore local areas. So Rockingham Brewery, we have a great partnership with them. Get a 6-pack, bring it back. Our ice machine is available 24/7 here in the lobby, all pre-packed ice. So you can take it, you can fill your cooler, you can fill your ice bucket in your room, and you have all those kind of comforts of home. You see the coolers everywhere that are just gonna be ready for you to put your own beers, wines. Another piece that's interesting about us is our hotel is based on the idea of invisible hospitality. So what that is that utilizes technology to allow you to check in on your phone, and whenever you're ready to check in, whether that's 10 in the morning or 2 in the morning, you go right to your room without having to visit the front desk, any concern if your room is ready. We're big believers that we are a really cool place to stay, but the reason people are coming here is because of the market and everything it has to offer. So if you're here for 24 hours or you're here for 24 days, we don't want you to waste a minute of that time with that annoying old hotel process. Instead, we want you to come in, get off the slopes, come to your hotel. Come in, wake up, go fishing on the river, come to your hotel. Go swimming on the lake, come to your hotel. It's about ease, it's about comfort, and that's something that makes us different from our competitors. So we have a couple different things. First off, Ralph is our innkeeper here. You have to meet Ralph, nicest guy from Tennessee. Him and his wife Heather are here on property for you 24/7 answering questions. An hour every day we have our high hour. Our high hour is a great opportunity to ask Ralph questions, ask about what's in the area, speak to other guests, see what kind of adventures they go on. The other thing is we have our own app, the High Insider Guide. And the High Insider Guide has everything from information about the hotel, our insider picks on what is the best local places to go in the area. So whether that's Bob Skinner's ski shop right here at the end of our parking lot, where Bob offers 20% discounts for rentals for all of our guests, or going to things like the Bid Spoon Bakery here in Newport, which is the best bakery, amazing couple, the best pastry chef I know runs that. Tells you where to go, not where the travel guide or not where TripAdvisor tells you where to go, where the insiders tell you where to go. I'll tell you to go to the Shanty right next to us, the Salt Hill Pub that makes the best fish and chips in New England. You wouldn't know those things if you didn't use our insider guide. So while we may not be here to see you at check-in, unless Ralph is there to say hi, we are here to make sure that you know everything the area has to offer and you can have a truly insider stay. Our guests are more than guests. We call our guests insiders because we want you to be insiders in the market. So we have the app all over. So it's actually a progressive web-based app. So what that means is you don't have to go into the App Store. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to do that. It's simply a website. That website is available on our main hideawayinns.com website. We have QR codes all over. You'll receive the QR code during your check-in process so you can start planning ahead. When you arrive on site, that QR code will be in your room. You'll scan it. You'll go right to the website. When you're on the website, you have the ability to save it to your desktop for easy use back and forth. The last part about it that's great is that app stays right in your pocket. So unlike a guest directory or a guest guide or even something that's on the TV of your hotel room, that when you leave, you say, oh, where was that amazing place I have to get ice cream again? Now you know. It's that I'm going to go get ice cream at Big Spoon, or I'm going to go to the Sanctuary Farm to get ice cream, because it's right in your pocket. And you can keep curating your day as you go, rather than feeling like you have to come back to this base camp every time. So you download the High Insider Guide. You can either do that through our website that tell you how to do that and give you all those insider tips.
Wow, really nice and unique. When we come back, we'll get a preview of the 2025 Christmas at the Fells. But first, a word from an underwriter that makes this show possible. You could be one too. Email us at info@ycnnow.com to learn more.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel, your host. Every year, the Fells puts on its best look for Christmas. Tell us about this year's edition, Amanda.
Thank you, Abby. So we're excited this year because we are kicking off pretty soon another great season at Christmas at the Fells here in the Fells Estate in Newbury. Runs from November 8th through the 16th. The hours are Saturdays and Sundays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the show house will be able to be toured from 12 to 4 p.m. As you may know, this is the Fells' largest fundraiser. It's of utmost importance for their operating costs, and we have a really fun seasonal event coming at you with some amazing talent. So this year we have some newcomers, some fresh faces that we've never featured before, as well as some fan favorites. We're really excited to kick off the event with our preview party on November 7th. That is from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Come dressed in your finest 1920s attire. Ladies' Night, sponsored by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, is sold out, but a really fun event and a fan favorite that happens every year. New this year, we're holding Breakfast with Santa, which is Sunday, November 15th, 10 o'clock in the morning till 12 in the afternoon. A great opportunity for some of the youngest members of the Fells to come and enjoy a meal with Santa Claus. We're excited to announce that this year, a new addition to our hours, the evening viewing hours, happening from Thursdays and Friday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. You could also enjoy the Holiday Cafe Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Welcome to the Fells. We're standing in the beautiful old garden. We have 5 gorgeous gardens here at the Fells that visitors can explore. And this old garden was built by Clarence Hay. This year we have some sculpture exhibits. This particular vessel is by Stephen Proctor, and we have a lot of artisans that have got surprises in each garden. As we look around, all kinds of things are in bloom. The fountains are flowing. And this is a really wonderful spot for intimate photographs or family gatherings, tea parties or picnics. We'd love for you to come by and check out the old garden. Well, the Fells is a beautiful 84-acre estate. And we are stewards of 3 generations of the Hay family. John Milton Hay, who first founded and built his farm here on the estate, was a personal secretary of Abraham Lincoln. When he passed, he deeded the house. The house passed to his son, Clarence. And Clarence and Alice, during the 1920s, renovated the Fells to the gilded era that you see today, with the fancy architecture, the refined gardens, and they really put a lasting touch on the property. 3rd generation, young John Hay, was a famous nature writer, and he was said in his books and many of his stories to be inspired by these gardens, these woods, and the 84 acres that you see today. We have 1,700 feet of pristine shoreline on Lake Sunapee. It's one of the largest properties that's undeveloped and open to the public. It's a real treasure, and we hope that everyone will come by to see what the Hay family has left for future generations to enjoy. Whether it's walking through the gardens or using the hiking trails, there's so much to see. So the Fells mission is to bring people together, to build community, and to steward this beautiful historical property. There's a preservation effort, there's a conservation piece. We embrace and educate on ecology, horticulture, and gardens. But the most important part is that we're a part of the community. People come together, they volunteer here, they have special events and ceremonies here, and it brings people together. It's a real slice of serene heaven, in a sense. And we celebrate that in a variety of ways. You know, John Hay worked in Washington, D.C. He had a home in New York City, and he said he founded this place because there was no finer place. The air was so clean, the water was so pure, and we want to preserve that now and for future generations. The John Hay Estate at the Fells is a nonprofit. And so in order to sustain this property, we rely on the generous donations of membership, annual appeal, and fundraising for many of our events. If you would like to learn more about that, we hope that you'll visit our website, and we always hope that you'll stop by. We're here, the grounds are open dawn to dusk. You're welcome to come and tour the trails and visit the property. The Fells is truly a multi-generational destination for families. There's so much to do. We have concerts, all sorts of genres are entertained here. The performances are elevated, they're very lovely. We have writer workshops, we have author series, lectures, we have all kinds of workshops and talks. We have big events, and the biggest event coming up is Christmas at the Fells, where the public is invited to come and see the historical home completely decorated. It's a major fundraiser. It's important, and we appreciate your support, so we do hope you'll join us.
You can purchase your tickets to tour the show house or enjoy any of our special events at the Fells website.
When we return, Hannah Flanders will tell us about an event looking at the New Hampshire Food System. But first, let's hear from another local business that makes our show possible. Stay tuned.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. There is so much that goes into providing food for your table in our state. Let's hear more about that from Hannah Flanders at the Sweet Beet Market and Cafe. Hi, Hannah.
Thanks as always, Abby. Yes, this is Hanna at the Kearsarge Food Hub. We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year, and we're going to do a little something special with our annual Love Local event that's coming up on November 6th. Here in the community room as well as online, we are going to be hosting a panel discussion of some of the best minds working in the food system across New Hampshire right now, including our own Franz Hahn, who is our current executive director. Laura Milliken is the executive director of the New Hampshire Hunger Solutions, which is a very important effort working to end hunger here in New Hampshire. We're going to have Nikki Kolb, who is the director of NOFA New Hampshire. That is the Northeast Organic Farming Association, supporting farmers and gardeners throughout the state. And we're going to have Nicole Cardwell, super excited about that. She is the director of the New Hampshire Food Alliance, and they just launched the first ever New Hampshire Food and Agriculture Strategic Plan. So we're going to get these minds together here at Sweet Beet We're programs of the Kearsarge Food Hub to discuss food system issues that impact all of us. Normally, during this event each year, we go out and we film on farms and tell the story of our local farmer. Well, this year, we're meeting the moment and we're sitting down with the minds that are in charge of leading aspects of our food system that affect hunger, nutrition, farming, food access, land access, public education around the issues that impact all of us here in our local food system. We encourage you to check it out. We love to offer this event free to our community so that we can all learn together about what's going on, how we can take action, and what we're looking forward to into the future. So this is both an in-person event right here in our community room at Sweet Beet at 11 West Main Street. Spaces are limited to join us in person. We have 50 spaces to join us in person, so you can RSVP online to join us here. That's going to include a little mix and mingle and some snacks and then the panel discussion. And then we want it to be free and available to anybody who wants to tune in online. So you can also tune in, or you can also register to get the link to jump on your computer and tune in online from anywhere. You can join us, and we're also going to have an email address so that you can send in your questions for the Q&A portion of this discussion. We're going to have about an hour to hear from these food system experts, and then about 30 minutes to hear your questions, answer your questions about what you want to know is going on in our local food system. You can find the link to join us in person or the link to tune in online at our website, kearsargefoodhub.org. So our mission here at the Kearsarge Food Hub is to reinvigorate our community within a restorative local food system. We have a vision of a resilient and connected community where all neighbors are empowered to access local food, where farmers are supported and the land is nourished, and where all neighbors share a common sense of place. So in that spirit, the Love Local event each year, and this year in particular, is a great opportunity to look at the many aspects that make our community invigorated around a restorative local food system. That means a food system that is nourishing the land through regenerative farming practices, that is supporting our local farmers and small businesses that produce the foods that we rely on here at home. That means effort to educate our young people as well as the public around how to grow food at home, why it matters to buy local food here at Sweet Beet or other local markets. And that also includes, critically right now, food security efforts that ensure we're sending food to the neighbors who need it most here in our community, folks who might not be able to afford food, our children, our elderly, others that are more at risk to not having enough food on their plates. Here at the Kearsarge Food Hub, we find that it is absolutely unacceptable for any neighbor here in our community to go hungry. So we're very excited to have this panel of experts to talk about these different points that really come together and make a strong and resilient local food system, which it is our mission to contribute to. So we really hope you join us for Love Local, Meeting the Moment. That is on November 6th. You can come join us here in person or tune in online from 6:30 to 8 p.m. We're so grateful to our partners at YCN for allowing us to broadcast this event to our local community. So grateful and thank you to them. You can find the link to either register to join us in person or online at kearsargefoodhub.org. And we really hope that you'll tune in with us on November 6th.
Be sure to mark your calendars. A big thank you to Bar Harbor Bank and Trust for hosting us these past 3 weeks. For more information about their services, visit their website, barharbor.bank. Next week, we'll replay our special introducing the new president of Colby Sawyer College, Dr. Dean McCurdy, as he takes the reins of this wonderful local school. In 2 weeks, we step aside for the monthly edition of Yankee Chronicle as our Laura James joins Superintendent John Fortney. They introduce us to the people and happenings in the Kearsarge Regional School District, including Ask the Superintendent. If you have a question, be sure to email him. In 2 weeks, your Yankee Chronicle will be presented by the First Baptist Church in New London. Don't miss our live game of the week. This week is Kearsarge football, Saturday at 11 a.m. All of our games replay starting at noon and 7 p.m. on Sundays and Mondays on TDS TV 997 and 1997 and Comcast 8, and available on demand anytime at ycnnow.com. We'll see you again in 3 weeks for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle from the First Baptist Church in New London for another round of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel. Fall is certainly not over yet, so go enjoy.